Kinsey got chased by a furry.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I did. I don't know if it was because I was also an animal and they thought
hold
like...
on. I was there on Halloween. I didn't see no furry chase down.
It was after we had left the house and we went to...
Oh! Yeah, when the furry was trying to give you a hug.
Yes.
No, he
Yeah.
wanted a picture with her.
No,
Yeah.
he wanted a hug.
No,
he
wanted
was
a
like,
picture.
he was coming in for a hug though, but he wanted a picture.
Kinsey, you guys...
Kinsey
First of all, wait, let me just, before I just get absolutely roasted and canceled, it had nothing to do with the fact that this person was a furry. Maybe they weren't a furry. Maybe it was just their costume. Who knows? You never know. Actually, no I know because he told me. But, no, but that's not why I was running from him. I was running from him because he was a strange man running after me, and I'm a girl. That's why I was running.
No, you were Master
Anyways.
Shifu.
You don't know. Oh,
That is true. I was Master Shifu. You should go look at my TikTok. It's pretty funny, I think. I did a great job.
Pop up
Anyways.
Kinsey as Master Shifu.
But, so I'm just walking down the street, I get a rock in my crock. I really did. I wasn't trying to be funny. She did.
That was so funny for no reason.
I was like, oh, there's a rock in my shoe. And Kay was like, let's take it out.
Hold on. Why was that so funny to everyone? Like, I laughed too, but like, why? A rock in my crock?
So I stop and I take the rock out of my crock and I put it back on. As I'm putting my shoe back on, this guy like turns the corner. He comes around Kate and he looks at me and he's like, Master Shifu.
And he bows down to her.
Yeah, he like bows and I was like, just put that shoe back on. And I was like, hi. And then I just kept going, minding my own business.
Well, keep in mind, this night, Mav and Kinsey were dressed up as Kung Fu Panda and Master Shifu. They had the best costumes, like, in the area we were in, so everybody was, like, pointing it out.
Yeah.
Like, Maverick was...
weren't like good costumes.
No, they were
mind you.
really, like...
That was terrifying. Pop up a picture of him.
But Mav had
He
multiple
looks like
people.
a panda that took a lot of drugs.
No. It was so
Like-
funny because, like, a lot of times if we go out, if people, like, know us from social media, they'll ask to take a picture. But this night, nobody knew who we were, but they kept asking Maverick for a picture dressed up as Kung Fu Panda.
Everywhere I go, man.
It was funny. They were like, can I get a picture? I was like, do they know who he is? And then they were just like, love the costume. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So it was semi-normal that this guy wanted to take a picture with me, but it was still kind of weird because, like, why do you want to take a picture with a random stranger that you've never seen before in your life? You're just going to have this picture on your phone? Weird. So, but anyways, I was nice to him, and I was just like, oh, hi, and I kept walking. Well, then, like, maybe 5 seconds had gone by, and we're a good length away from this guy. And he was like, wait! And he starts running at me, which scared me, so then I start running. But he doesn't stop running. So he's just got this...
chasing her with his paws out.
Yeah, literal paws. He's got furry arms and, like, claws on his hands, and he has, like, a big head.
Big blue head.
Yes, and he's, like, sprinting at me. And I'm like, oh, no. And he's talking this grown man voice. He's like, hey, wait. Mr. Shifu, I want to take a picture with you. And he's, like, sprinting. So I start running, and I was like, no, in my Mr. Shifu outfit. And he doesn't
Kinsey's
stop.
little legs in the Shifu outfit
was-
are like...
She was low-key like in Mr. Shifu voice too. She's like, no photo.
She did. She stayed in character.
No, but then he finally catches up to me because I got little legs and he's a grown man. And he's like, I just want to take a picture. And I was like, okay. And so I say, okay, right?
No, you said...
No. I did say okay. And then he gets really, like, he starts to, like, come in. And I was like, from far away. That's when I started being rude.
And then Kinsey ran. She's like, from far away, and ran
then
away.
I started running again. And he was like, this is a hate crime. And I was like,
He said
no,
this.
it's not. It's a hate crime to chase young girls down the street. That's a hate crime.
He said it's a
To
hate.
be fair, you were Master Shifu. How was he supposed to know you're a girl?
He said it's a hate
you
crime
could
against
tell I was a girl.
furries. Did it have anything to do with the fact that he was a furry?
No, it was the fact that he's a grown man
I mean,
who
if
looks
anything,
scary.
it would have been a furry on furry crime. If anything, so I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Calling it a hate crime is insane.
No, all I
activity.
remember is looking back and seeing Kinsey in Master Shifu outfit. She's like, from far away.
She was like, you
But
know
she
when
was
boxers
in
are like in a
character.
ring and they're walking around each other? That's what she was doing to this guy. She's like walking around. I'm like, no.
If she would have had the little bamboo stick that Master Shifu had, she would have been smacking him.
would've
with
hit
it.
him.
That's the only thing I was missing from my costume, and I bet it's a good thing I didn't have it because I probably would have hit him.
Yeah.
I would have been like, no.
I don't know. In
Far away.
real life, if a man is chasing you like that and he's like, I just want to take a picture, and you don't know him, you should hit him with a stick.
I just got overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you what. Halloween was fun. Not only did Kinsey get chased by a furry, but me and Cash had to chase down a
Y'all
kid.
should not flex this on the internet.
What? We did some
You
chasing.
guys are like two grown men. They forget that they're like
Yeah,
grown
now
adult
you're
men.
the furry.
No, this
You're
No,
chasing
I
a young
don't care. I do
person
it
down the
again,
street.
too.
this world I don't know what we've come
This
to.
kid came up to me, and first of all, before this has happened, I was talking. Last year, we handed out candy on Halloween, and these kids had a little bit of attitude in them. I was
did.
like, "What happened to kids nowadays?" And then
No.
Not these
not
specific
these
kids.
specifically.
Just kids in general.
But a
Yeah,
lot of the
just
kids
all
that
the
came
kids
by,
in
just
general.
like
they were like, and then for this Halloween, we step outside. First trick or treaters that come up, we're like sitting in our front yard handing out candy. We're not like in our house. We go sit in the front yard. First kids that walk by, group of kids, they go, "Hey, yo, y'all got any candy yet?" I was like, "What happened to trick or treat?" What? You just said, "Hey, yo, y'all got candy yet we can have?" I was like, "What?" Every time I had to walk up to the house, my mom was like, "You better say trick or treat and thank you."
okay, well, how
If
when
I
you
would walk
were-
up to a house and be like, "Hey, yo,
Wait.
you got candy yet for me?" My mom would have spanked me, put me in the car, and drove me home. And
Why do you say trick or treat?
trick or treat? What?
Trick or treat?
it was like
When you go up to the door,
He's saying you're saying trigger like a gun.
You say
Trick
trick
or
or
treat.
treat.
trick or treat. That's what you say. What do you
Trick
mean?
or treat.
It's not trick or
it's
treat.
trick or treat.
Okay, if anybody pronounces that, I mean, you're just a weirdo. Trick or treat?
You say trick or treat.
Trick
You
or
go
treat.
trick or
Anyways,
treat.
keep going with your
Yeah.
story.
Trigger.
Hello, trick or treat.
Don't say it.
That's what
Josh.
you would say.
Okay, you need to. You need
Trigger
to.
or treat? Which one you want? Come on. Your choice, not mine. Anyways, the first group of kids that come up, they're like, "Hey, yo, where your candy at?" I was like, "Get the frick out of my face." And
And then I gave them candy.
yeah, and then we're sitting out in our chairs and all that, and then some kids come by, there's like some average nice kids, whatever, and then there's like some kids that are a little like, "Where my candy at?" And I'm like, "Yo, what seriously, what happened to kids?" And then
Not even like dressed up.
yeah, and then this one kid comes by, and we were handing out our slime, and we had slime containers for all of them and candy, and this one kid takes slime, moves on, and then later on he comes back with a mask on. Wait, no. And then he took 2 slimes the first time. That's what it was. He took 2 slimes the first time. I didn't see this. I just wasn't paying attention. And then the kid comes back with a mask on. And Mav goes, "That kid already took 2 slimes and he's back for more." And I said, "Don't take another slime." I said, "Do you already take 2?" And he laughs. And I was like, "Don't take another one." And he's like, "What?" And he takes a slime and runs away.
He reaches in the box and he goes like,
and runs.
He starts
And I'm on
driving
my
a lot.
laptop. I'm on my laptop doing some stuff. And when I said, "Don't take another one," and he said, "Well, I'm not gonna," and he takes it and run. And I just put my laptop down and I go, and then I book it off after him down the neighborhood. And I'm chasing this kid down the neighborhood, and he's like, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" And then Mav starts following behind me running too.
I was Kung Fu Panda. He's got Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah,
He's got
I was
Kung Fu Panda.
I'm not kidding. Cash said, this is exactly how it went. Cash he like pulls his laptop down kind of. He's like, "Hey, you already got some. Don't take some.
Well, the
don't
thing
don't take no
was-
more." And he reaches in and grabs the 2. And I'm like standing kind of behind Cash, and Cash is there. And the kid takes off running. And I'm like, in my Kung Fu Panda suit, I'm like, "Frick, gotta get my stomach back in." and then Cash like closed laptop, and we're running down the street.
He's got Cash Baker and Kung Fu Panda chasing
Dude,
him through the
imagine
neighborhood.
somebody took a TikTok video and be like, "Yo, is this Cash and Mav on Halloween?" And they just put the song behind
No,
it.
it's
Just,
not
everybody
Cash
was
and
Kung
Mav.
Fu fighting.
Cash and Kung Fu Panda.
And then I'm so fat, I knock Cash over while we're running.
That literally hits me as we're running on the street, and
My stomach was too big.
I eat it on the pavement, and then I like roll and then keep going, and we're still chasing this kid, and then we finally get to the kid, and we like circle him, and he's like, "Okay, fine."
Oh,
And
I
he-
didn't know y'all actually got to him.
Yeah, and he gives us
Yeah.
the slime back, and then he came back about 20, 30 minutes later, and has another mask on, and I was like,
Where's he getting all these masks?
I was like, you back away from that. And then, as I'm telling him this, where was I going? Something happened. Hold on.
His brother came.
I lost my train of thought.
Or
Oh
the
yeah,
little
I
girl?
almost yelled at his twin brother because I didn't realize he had a twin brother. And
That's what it was.
yeah, and
no.
I almost yelled at his twin
That was
brother.
when, yeah, he did. And Matt was like, "Don't take it." And they were like, "He hasn't had one yet." And anyways, the kid comes back with another mask on and tries to take another one. And as soon as I see him, I put down my laptop again. And this time I rush him before he can run.
Mind
And-
you,
him?
oh, go ahead.
I rush the kid before he can run. And I grab his candy sack. And I was going to take all his candy. And I reached
Were
my...
you actually?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
No.
What?
No, he's taking stuff from us. We're gonna take stuff from him.
You guys are
crazy.
adults.
Y'all
You're
gonna get
adults. You
trouble.
can't do
you
that.
gotta teach the kid you can't mess with an adult. You a kid, bro.
Yeah,
And-
what are you doing? First off, this kid when he first got there literally tried to steal our whole candy bowl. He literally
No,
picked up the
he
whole
was,
candy
he
bowl.
was kidding. He
Yeah,
didn't
he was
run.
not.
Nah,
If
if
we
we weren't
just-
around, he'd have taken it.
If I didn't I took like 2 steps towards him, and I was like, whoa. If I didn't walk towards him, he was gonna keep
These kids
walking
need
with that candy
discipline.
bowl.
They need their candy stolen.
Yeah.
And so I grab his candy sack out of his hand.
Their
Sometimes it's
parents
a trick,
are gonna see
not a
this and
treat.
be like, they're horrible. Don't ever go by
No.
that house ever
Nah,
again.
I said something about the kids I wasn't allowed to say. Anyways, all I'm saying is parents should make their kids take one piece of candy. I never in my life when I was trick-or-treating,
No.
if there was one, they said take one or the people said take one.
No.
Never did I
Never.
take more candy than I should.
I just assumed
You
I'm
are
allowed
getting
one.
really heated about some candy that cost you $10.
No, that's not.
It's the
that's not
fact
the
of
point.
the
It was
matter.
the principle.
And anyways, once I took the kid's candy sack, I reached my hand in his bag, and he had no candy. He emptied it all out. And I was like, I looked at it and I said, this is the most pathetic candy sack I've ever seen in my life. And I threw it back at him.
I have
And-
a question.
Huh.
Yeah.
Because right down the street, like, it seemed like literally every single parent in the neighborhood was at the house down the street from us.
Mhm.
Did anyone say anything?
No, but they saw us chasing the kid.
There's no way they missed me.
They probably thought it was funny though.
Maybe.
No, I
hope
guarantee you they
so.
all asked what happened, and then he had to say, "I stole things."
Yeah.
That's what happened.
No, because then we had kids coming by later, and they were like, "Why'd you chase him?"
They were like, what happened to Jimmy? And I was like,
Jimmy.
I was assuming that's his name or whatever it was. And I was like, oh, he stole. You
Jimmy's a
wanna-
thief.
you
I
don't-
wouldn't hang out with Jimmy.
No.
You don't want to hang out with
Unfortunately,
Jimmy gonna get you in trouble.
it is just a case of like they were like 11, 12-year-old boys and 11,
Nah,
12-year-old
they
boys.
know who we are, so they
No,
like to
y'all
provoke
act
us.
like
Provoke
y'all would
us.
have
Yeah.
done that. If
No,
your
I wouldn't have
parents
done
weren't
that.
around,
I
you
don't
would've.
think they would have actually
What?
stolen. Like, yeah, I do.
Don't
actually,
get me wrong. No. Don't
Actually,
get
this
me.
is the only part I would say I might would have done.
If there was nobody watching the candy bowl
What the?
and it was out there, you might catch me like kind of looking through it.
No. I might would have done it if we were like trick-or-treating and we came across some YouTubers. Like if Jake Paul was handing out something, he
Yeah,
said
that's
take
the
one, I
thing.
might would have been like,
That's what I'm saying. They know that we're
watch
just
this.
Yeah,
They know we're
that you're
YouTubers.
Jake Paul's.
You're
They're just
literally
messing with
saying you would have done
Got your
this.
hat!
You literally said you would have done the same thing that this kid just did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm on this side of the spectrum, so I got hate on the kid.
We're the ones with 4 foot longer legs than him. So